Yoski everybody, it's your panda, Dapanda, and welcome to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's just a lovely day in Industrial Revolution Britain, and apparently nobody saw that. It shows how much ignorance people have, and that's what I really wanted to talk about today, just people's ignorance. Also, hold up, let me defend this person real quick. Ooh, Squeak. We're just gonna take him out real quick and alright. Oof, Jesus. But today I wanted to talk about kind of ignorance, mostly towards transgender, because I feel like it's kind of a relevant thing. I've seen it a lot in the news, and I just wanted to say my opinion about it, even though it's very controversial right now. I know it's probably not my place to talk because I'm on YouTube. That's a place where it's like, oh, you say something and people get really mad about it if they're on the opposing side, but I could care less. But I just wanted to talk about what I think about transgender, and this is personally just my opinion. I'm probably not gonna be able to back this up in any factual way, or like by numbers wise anyways, because to be honest, I'm not super factual about it. I know a little bit about it, so this is pretty much an argument out of semi-ignorance. Not total ignorance, but semi-ignorance. But personally, I have no problems with transgender people. I mean, there's no quarrel between me and them. And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why people pick and choose a group of, especially a smaller group, to pick on. I don't understand why people do it, and it still bugs me today. I mean, I've always been the small guy. I'm 5'2", by the way, but it always seems like people just want to do that. They just want to pick on the smaller guy just because they get, I don't know, some kind of special treatment or something. And I feel like that's how most people against transgenders see it, as they're getting special treatment, they're getting more rights than other people do. Like, probably opposing people would say normal people would get. They're getting more rights than normal people get. But honestly, I could care less if they got more rights, because I think the problem is that people in America, they see it as, we're in America, it's all about equality, but you're trying to put an ideal that doesn't work in life itself, because in life it's never equality. It's never about equality. It never is. When it comes down to it, it's never like equal. You can be like, if I wanted to join the NBA, I probably would have no chance because I'm a shorter dude. Like, I'm not gonna get the same opportunities that a taller dude might have in the NBA. I mean, I could probably work harder, but even then, that just shows that I'd have to do more just to get the same treatment. Like, there's no equality in it. And I think that I almost got shot a lot. Jesus Christ. I just been kind of running around, and I just wanted to play this game because, I don't know, it just feels like the game to play when it's talking about some kind of civil right kind of movement. And yeah, so back on equality, it's not about equality. That's not what this is about. This is about justice, and like, people seem to like intermesh those, like saying they're like almost the same exact thing, but no. Justice is a whole different thing, and equality, it could go somewhere. I mean, I'm all for equal rights. That's what it is. Like, I like the equal amount of right, not equality itself. Like, when there's equal amounts, that's when justice is achieved. I'm probably confusing people. Should probably stop. But there's what is it? When it comes to like what I've seen, from what I've heard, it's pretty much people don't want transgenders in to choose whatever bathroom they want to go into. Publicly anyways. Because I wouldn't know. I could care less who walks into a freaking male restroom. There could be a freaking giraffe that walks into the male restroom. I probably wouldn't care. I probably would walk out of the stall, sit there for a second, look, but I would say, you know what? I might be high, I might be freaking, I don't even know. There might be something in the air, and I might just be tripping, I don't know. But I'm not gonna freaking go all nuts and go out of my way to say, hey, giraffes are illegal in this freaking restroom, because that's just stupid. I don't I don't understand why people care so much about a public space. But then again, most civil rights movements start out with a small move. Like in the African American civil rights movement, it mostly started out with a bus. Actually, never mind, I take that back. Civil rights for African Americans started like way before that. But one of the biggest parts was just a bus, and I know public transportation was a lot bigger back then, but you know, it was when people were starting to get a lot of cars. I mean, it was still a thing, and people look back at it now, and you wonder how people can be so hateful and just so discriminatory of a smaller group, and it just kind of shows how the democratic system doesn't really work in some places. Also, I'm hitting the edge of the map. I didn't even know that, but it also shows like how flawed the democratic system can be, because when there's a minority group, they have a harder time getting what they want or what they rightly deserve. Like, justice is not achieved, and it just kind of shows through that. It shows through that system that it's not working out. So I don't know why we don't have like why people put up so much of a struggle for it. I mean, of course, I can see why people are concerned, because people are probably gonna exploit it. But that comes with like every single law or right that somebody like exploits it. There's always gonna be people that exploit things. People exploit things all the time. I don't I can't be the only one who sees this, where people exploit some kind of thing that they have like the rights to. And there's there's no stopping like a civil rights movement, especially in America. It happens either way, and that's why this is another reason why I'm playing Assassin's Creed while talking about this, is because history seems to repeat in this game. If for those of you who don't know about the Assassin's Creed franchise, it's one of my favorites. I've always liked it because it's got historicalness. It's got basically a secret conspiracy war against who should how the world should be run. Should the world be run where people choose how they want to live, just pretty much freedom all the way, or should there be just a secret organization that pretty much protects the world and keeps order? I mean, both sides have legitimate arguments. Like, there's no good side or bad side to it. It's a good question, but like, the assassin side is definitely for the transgender, because it's all about freedom. And that's the thing. Like, when it comes to America and civil rights, it's gonna happen. Like, I cannot think of one like right, like when it comes to like some smaller group wanting a right in America, that it has never really worked, unless it absolutely is like insane or is freaking hurting people. That's the only thing I've never seen it work. But like, you see freaking every other right, like civil rights movement, they start out small but they get rolling, and that's the thing. That's just what happens. And people, there's always going to be the opposing side that goes out of their way, and they're entitled to their opinion. I'm not gonna sit here and like try to change people's minds or anything. I mean, it's hard to change people's minds. It's one of the hardest things to do in life. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've tried. It doesn't really happen, but hey, I still talk my way through it. But there's no stopping a civil rights movement, because history repeats, and it always does. That's why war still exists. War never changes. Fallout 4. Also, leave a comment in the description if you want to see me play some Fallout 4. I'd really love to do that. But it's gonna happen, and there's always that group that goes out of their way and just completely shuts down the other group. They're gonna do their best, but in the end, it's just they're gonna get their rights, and it could take a freaking months, it could take years. Like, it's just gonna happen at some point. and it just boggles me that people keep making these same mistakes over and over. But I guess that's just how people work. They had to go through it so many times till they learn that it's not going to change. Like, well, not let me rephrase that. It's not going to change in the fact that civil rights is going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Like, they're going to get what they want. People are gonna exploit it. It happens. But hey, just freaking let people be people. Like, there's no there's no reason to base your freaking vision on people just because of how they choose to live or how they look. There's no reason for that. It honestly boggles me how people still have that hatred for people, how the KKK even still exists, how it still even operates to this day. That freaking people are so hateful to another group that they probably have never even like had a chance to spoken to in their lifetime, but they probably choose not to. But that's just me. And with that, I think I want to end it here. I mean, it's a good talk. I've wanted to talk about it. It really needed to happen. Also, that guy's dead. Again, if you want to see me play this Assassin's Creed, I'd love to. Assassin's Creed has always been my favorite franchise just because it's inspired my love of hoods. And just how freaking awesome it can be to like get some crazy multi-kills and all the historicalness, and I'm like, oh, historical fanboy buff, oh my god. But I'd love to play this, or I'd love to do some more topics. I mean, I can't do every topic that comes my way because sometimes I gotta be like, whoa, this is going to make people mad, or it's probably not something that needs to be talked about. But with that, guys, I will see you guys